Call the December 20th meeting of the Kingston Springs Board of Commissioners to order. I think we're actually going to swear in the new commission members first, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance according to the agenda. I guess the two newly elected commissioners should come forward, and Jennifer will swear you in.
One at a time?
That's up to y'all. Do you want to do it one at a time or together?
Do it together.
You want to do it together?
Yep.
Y'all can hold hands if you want to.
Let's pause on that one.
Okay, not going to do that. All right. If you'll raise your hand to be sworn, please. I state your name.
I, Josh Lilly,
Solemnly swear or affirm.
solemnly swear or affirm
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Tennessee,
and the Constitution of the State of Tennessee,
and will obey the laws of the United States
and will obey the laws of the United States
and the State of Tennessee,
and the State of Tennessee,
that I will be in all respects
and I will be in all respects.
observe the provisions of the Charter and ordinances
Try that one again.
observe the provisions
Observe the provisions
of the Charter and ordinances
of the Charter and ordinances
of the Town of Kingston Springs,
of the Town of Kingston Springs.
and that I will faithfully
And I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
as City Commissioner.
as City Commissioner.
The office I am about to assume
The office I am about to assume
without fear or favor
without fear or favor,
and to the best of my skill and ability.
and to the best of my skill and ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just walk in, go round of applause. Well, we were going to wait. We didn't want to interrupt.
Here you go.
Sign.
So much. Congratulations.
Mike?
Yeah, you first.
Look at everyone. You might as well just stay up, because we're going to rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll, John.
Josh Ederly.
Here.
Tony Gross.
Here.
Mike Harden.
Here.
Jeff Wren. Here. Lynn Remy.
Here. All right, we have a quorum, and now I will turn the meeting over to the city manager for the election of mayor.
Thank you. I'll now open the floor for nominations for Mayor of Kingston Springs.
I'd like to nominate Tony Gross for mayor of Kingston Springs.
Second.
Any other nominations?
Any other nominations? Sorry. I'm so used to saying it.
All right. With no other nominations, we have a nomination for Tony Gross as mayor of Kingston Springs. All in favor, please show with signature of raised hand. Let it noted that it is a unanimous decision. Tony Gross, congratulations.
Thank you.
The meeting's back to you, Mayor.
All right, now we can take nominations for the office of vice mayor. Anyone would like to make a nomination for vice mayor?
I'll nominate Glenn Remick for vice mayor.
I'd like to nominate Jeff Lawrence for vice mayor.
Any other nominations for vice mayor? All right, I guess
Maybe a roll call.
a roll call vote on this. Okay, gosh, I've never had a contested one here. What do I need? So we'll just call the roll and say and vote for who you please. Can we start with you,
Please.
Jeff? Or sorry, not with you, Jeff. We'll start with you, Josh. Sorry, new names. I got everything new here. Josh?
For the vote,
Yes.
Jeff Lawrence.
Mike?
Jeff Lorenz.
Jeff Lorenz.
Jeff Lorenz.
I guess my vote doesn't matter. I guess I'll vote for Jeff Lorenz.
All right, now we can move on to next item. Motion to approve the November 15th public hearing minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Do we have a motion to approve the November 15 city commission minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then I think we have one addition we need to put on to the agenda here on item under new business. Item B will be ordinance 18-008, and I believe you have it. It's just this addition to the building codes. It was left out of the last meeting. You should have it in your packet. Do we have a motion to approve the amended agenda?
Motion to approve the amended agenda.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, announcements from commissioners. We start with you, Vice Mayor Lorenz.
I'd like to acknowledge the Kingston Springs Volunteer Fire Department for their, and the Piedmont Volunteer Fire Department for servicing. We had a terrible house fire yesterday, and also the Kingston Springs Police Department. I believe we had everyone there in civilian uniform, police uniform, and firefighter uniform. That was outstanding. I felt it was amazing to see. They said that our fire departments extinguished their house. They're very professional and very compassionate, and I appreciate that. But I wanted to just acknowledge our police and fire departments.
Anyway, Josh, any announcements? All right. Well, the same thing, and also I'd like to see how our officer, Rustin, I never can pronounce your name, how you're enjoying your new vehicle.
Well, I'm not enjoying it at all because it's sitting in my driveway.
Sitting in your driveway? All right.
It'll be another month or two before we get it all squared away.
Sharp. I actually joked with Commander Corley today, and I said that we can offer the classiest ride to jail in Cheatham County now, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Nobody wanting to get arrested.
All right, community input and concerns. If you've got anything to say to the commission, please step forward to the podium, state your name, address, and then you're free to address the commission.
John Dreyer, Harpeth Meadows HOA president, and would like to propose an amendment to the speed limit on Harpeth Springs Drive. Is that the right name of the road? Harpeth Meadows Drive. Reduction from 30 miles an hour down to 20 miles an hour.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Thank you.
Can I say something about that? I think for a long time, that's been brought up. I think obviously they've had a change of, with their HOA, the way it's structured. And in my opinion, even on Harpeth View Trail and Woodlands, 30 is pretty fast, especially for a residential road. And I know that there was some talk in the past that the road is rated for and so on and so forth, but there's two schools there, and that may be something to look at too. And also, it allows us to be able to enforce the traffic a lot easier on those roads. So somebody that's doing 35 or 40, it's hard to catch them doing that fast. If it's 20, then 25 and 30 is a lot easier to enforce. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone else like to step forward and address the commission? Looking at you, Bob.
You're going to follow me. Bob Stoller, 440 Harpeth Meadows Drive, Kingston Springs. I'd like to read something. It has been an honor to serve the citizens of Kingston Springs for the past 6 years. I'm proud of the accomplishments of the board and thank my fellow commissioners for their hard work and commitment. Each of us has brought a wide range of strengths to the table. We tried our best to balance the wants and needs of the city when it came to spending, and I believe we achieved success. I want to thank the staff for their dedication and service. Brandy for enhancing the Parks and Rec programs to be one of the best in the state, Chief Ivy for the Police and Fire Department, John, who came to us and has exceeded expectation on his fast track to city manager. He has shown that guidance, compassion, and compromise all play a part in being an effective leader. Lastly, my thanks and gratitude go to Ms. Debbie Finch, who was called upon to wear many hats throughout my time on the board. Debbie, thank you for your guidance and friendship. Going forward, I charge that this new board of commissioners keep this ship upright, and remember that with each vote you cast, you do so for every citizen of the community. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Tony Campbell, 330 Woodlands Court. I just want to commend.
You mixed your addresses together there.
Pardon?
I won't correct you. You live on Maple Street now, I know. 'Cause you're
Maple
right next
Street,
to it.
yeah, that's right. Well, I get lost sometimes too. I just wanted to commend Bob and this commission. They've done a good job, and I'm looking forward to the new members doing a good job. If they'll follow Debbie and all her wisdom, you won't get in trouble, I can assure you of that. So, anyhow, I'm really pleased, looking forward to Kingston Springs growing and, in a safe and good manner. And you can start enforcing the speed limit on Maple Street.
Woodlands Court.
I'm trying not to step in
Oh. Yeah, we could. Bob, why don't you come on up here and we'll present you with your. We didn't last time. Present you with your plaque here and.
A Christmas card too?
Okay, a Christmas card too. Yeah, well there you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
You're gonna do that?
Do the picture of the.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, Mike. All right, on to department reports. Everyone's had a chance to look at them. Do we have anything additional, John?
I have one thing,
to speak
Mr.
to?
Mayor. We received word this week that Town of Kingston Springs received the property conservation grant from the pool for $1,000, which will go as a matching grant to the proposed proposed gate at City Park. And that brings to, over the last 3 months, a total of almost $6,000 in grants that we've received from various sources. So we'll continue to look for these sort of low-hanging fruit type grants, and they add up after a while.
Anything else from the department? All right, we can move on to legal updates. Jennifer?
Well, I know this is going to come as a shock, but we still are working on
the AT&T. Okay.
Yes. Arthur Brook is still working from them, and they've actually, the last communication they kind of have not been getting back. But it's still on the horizon. Also, I wanted to kind of discuss with the board. John and I had a discussion today when we were talking about the election of the mayor and the vice mayor. Is, of course, we have Robert's Rules of Order, but maybe looking at doing just some small local rules of procedure for the board, so that next time John and I are not scratching our head trying to figure out what's the best way to handle the election. Because Robert's Rules, I think, is very confusing at best, and if we just had some very simple rules, I think it would make a big guidance to the board. And
But for elections of the mayor?
Yes,
Okay.
just some miscellaneous things. So with the board's permission, I'll get with Martha Brooke and we'll work on that for the next meeting.
And it might be worth consulting back to some of Larry's experience with that, because he had it down to quite a well laid out process, I feel like. So.
Well, and see, because you had
Yeah.
Larry forever, and I don't know
Yeah,
what
no, and
procedure he did.
it's
and
new
then-
for you, and we don't have it kind of codified. I understand
Right,
perfectly
and
good,
so-
so that might be just a good place to.
Yeah, and
start.
we can start with him and find out what the procedure's been and how you've handled things, and that way we have it in writing. And so then if it's 5 years from now, whatever, then you kind of continue to do the same, handle it the same way you have in the past.
Great. All right.
And that's it.
That's it. All right, we have no unfinished business from the last meeting. Item A is first reading of ordinance 18-007, amending the employee work policy of the town of Kingston Springs, section 3H, employment types of employees, and section 4B, leave policies and annual leave. John, would you like to kind of give us a run through on this?
As we were looking through the employee work policy recently, we noticed that under the part-time work definitions, as you go through the policy, there's some verbiage in there that contradicts other sections of the book. So this is really sort of housekeeping, just to go through we went through the policy to make sure that everything lined up from front to back, specifically with part-time.
Okay, and it's, you have it in the packets here highlighted, correct? All right, do we have a motion to approve ordinance 18-007 on first reading?
Motion to approve. Second. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes, and we'll have schedule a public hearing for the next meeting, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then the next item is 18-008, and it's you guys might remember last meeting with the international, some of you would, the International Building Code we adopted. We apparently left out the chapter 12, which refers to the fire code, correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is just to kind of go back and clean up house on that one little omission from the last code. So do we have a motion to pass ordinance 18-008?
I'll make a motion. That we pass it.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then finally, we have some surplus items. We have a lot of telephones here, it looks like, and a microwave. Do we have a motion to surplus these two items?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Is there any other? No other? All right.
Hey, you want a microwave?
That's, the only note on here is that City Hall will be closed on the 24th and 25th for Christmas, as well as on January 1st for New Year's. And everyone have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.